Oh my God. Becky, they are dropping a Air Jordan 1 low and a bread colorway again. What do you guys think? Anyway, before I jump into this, like, comment, and subscribe. If you fool with real sneaker talk and not just hype takes, fool with your boy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Help your boy out. So let's get into this next cash grab. And this is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG in the band colorway. The official release is spring 2026, and the colorway is black, varsity red, and white. And on paper, it should be a slam dunk for collectors. So let's get into why this drop is way more controversial than it should be. First, let's give it credit. Let's give credit where credit is due. The band colorway is one of the most iconic stories in sneaker history. That black and red, it's classic. The tumbled leather, it's a nice touch. And for about $135, that's competitive for what the market expects for this. But is it what Jordan Brand did next that caused the internet to explode? So from my perspective, I'm concerned about quality. You got the 10, 18, 84 inside the sneaker. You do have the X's and so forth, but the little details that made the 2011 release, I'm a little concerned that they didn't do it to the same spec as the 2011 release of the band. So that brings me to my next topic. And why release the same joints in a low, especially if they don't have the same leather quality as the B grades? In my personal opinion, the B grade leather was just as plush as the 2015 version of the shattered backboard. And I thought that was kind of scammy how, they did the 2011 bread colorway because they knew that those joints were going to sell out. I remember back in the day when these joints came out, we actually stood in line to get pairs, and you could only buy one at a time or whatnot. I was able to get a pair back in the day, and these joints, once you got them in hand, regardless of the errors that they had, these were tough. You look at the X on the back, the leather, the cuts of leather that they used, they were thicker. That tumbled leather throughout. Like, I still have a dead stock pair. As a matter of fact, I'll show them in hand for you guys, but these joints were tough. Now, looking at the 2011 B grades in hand, when I tell you these things were plush, look at the leather on these joints. This right here is it's 2026 now. You see the X here. These are just a dope sneaker, but it's 2026 now. And you just see the details that went into this particular sneaker. If they don't do this with the low, I'm gonna be pretty upset. This sneaker held up extremely well, and you know me, I like to spray my my shoes down with Meek oil from time to time to just keep them looking good. So I'm gonna clean them up on camera for you guys, just to show you how these joints clean up. You definitely got to wear your sneakers. If you don't, you definitely do have to make sure that you condition the leather, because you don't want your sneakers to deteriorate. But yeah, while I'm brushing this down, if they don't do as good as they did with this leather and do us like they did with the shattered backboards on these joints, I'm gonna be kind of upset, man. The bread colorway is definitely one of my favorite colorways. I think it's the preeminent colorway for the Air Jordan 1. People can argue the Chicago, but from my personal opinion, it's the breads. I own more pairs of these than I do any other shoe. Let me spray this down a little bit more so you guys can see how this joint cleans up. And I'm excited about the new release, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be disappointed if it's not this leather quality. You look at this joint, and this is a solid sneaker. One of my favorite joints. This is one of my grails. Look at this joint here, man. You can't be mad about anything with this sneaker. And I've gotten 2 pairs of these joints. It's a $2,000 sneaker. I love the sneaker, so I'm gonna be upset if they don't do it the way that they're supposed to do it. But tell me what you think in the comments below. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and don't be a hype beast. We got too many of those around.